Alright friends, I have something really exciting to show you, another update to the office. I know I talk about the office a lot, but I really want to get this room done, I think, before any other room, and so that's why I keep focusing on it. And I have made a big update since the last video, so let me show you. Alright, are you ready? Here it is! Here is my latest office setup. I mentioned this in the last video, but I wanted to create an L-shaped kind of office setup for myself so that I can divide my 9 to 5 work with my creative work, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. This is the L shape, and this is actually Ian's desk, if you are wondering. That's his workspace. He doesn't need all of that good stuff, but I separated it with my IKEA bar cart that everybody buys and never uses it for an actual bar. So I guess I can do a little mini tour. Over here I just have some things that I use on a daily, and then over here I have my phone holder. I have like this little strawberry looking container that I actually put pens and pencils in. My plant is reviving itself, so it's sitting right over there, and that's my desktop set up for my 9 to 5, which I am on my lunch break right now. And yeah, that's one side of the L shape, and as you can see, I went ahead and got an IKEA desk because, by the way, this desk and this desk are IKEA desks, and the legs are also from IKEA. They're just like you screw them on and you adjust them however you want. In order to keep it uniform, because I still like these desks, I didn't want to get rid of these desks, and I also like how slim and sleek it is. It's not bulky. I went ahead and got another IKEA desk right here. So this is a super long one, as you can see. I needed it to be really long so that I can get that corner over there, because if I had gotten like a shorter one, there would have hardly been any space for a chair. So I got a really long one. It worked out perfectly. As you can see, it perfectly fits as an L shape. There's a lot of legs, but I'm okay with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it looks really bare right now. All I have is like my tech stuff out right now and a little pencil cup, but that's all I have right now. I actually need to start decorating it and making it look more like an actual office, like a peaceful, cozy, and lovely office. But yeah, that is what it looks like. I am super happy with the development so far. It really filled up the space a lot. Oh, and I also got this on sale at World Market. I think this was like $40 and it was originally over $100, so I had to snag that up, get some texture into the room. I really like it. I have like video editing and mail stuff in there for my Patreon, and yeah, that is the set up right now. We also, this is like a little thing, but I don't know if you can see, underneath our desks, there's hardly any cords. We actually got like these things to stick on the back of the desk. I don't know if you can see it right there, and then you kind of just put your wires in it and it makes it way less messy, which before it was looking like it was looking like an IT nightmare. So I'm really glad about that small little upgrade. We actually got that as a gift, like a housewarming gift. So yeah, it's coming together. It's looking really good. As you can hear from my voice, my very excited voice, that I'm happy with the way that it's looking so far. And if you haven't seen the other vlog videos, I will link them in the description, but my general design idea for this room is to have half of it be like the work side and then the other half of it to be the play side. So that's exactly what's panning out so far. And I think the last bit, before I get like into the really small details, I want this side of the room to have something as well. I think I'm gonna do a display shelf, something a little bit more exposed instead of these like traditional shelves. And then I'll put like plants and little decorative pieces, and then I have an idea for this as well later on, but for now, I think the last thing for this room is to get a decorative shelf over there and just fill up this space so it doesn't look so sad and empty. Oh, I almost forgot, before I leave this room, I got new plants. So I don't know if you remember, I'm basically backtracking on a lot of these things because I've already mentioned them in previous vlogs, so definitely check them out so you can be in the loop. But anyway, a few of my plants have passed away. They have deceased. They have been moved to the graveyard in my plant app, and I got a couple of them very recently at a local nursery. I actually did a reel at this nursery because it was such a gorgeous place. It had a lot of plants, and I mean like a whole floor of indoor plants, not only just outdoor plants and trees and stuff. but indoor plants, which is my specialty right now. So I was able to snag up 2 plants. I'm gonna show you them right now. This is one of them. This is a fern. Oh, it's got my hair. This is a fern. I just thought it was absolutely beautiful and unique. And it's not like any of the plants that I have in here right now. I think a lot of my plants that I already have in here have a similar relative, like they're from the same variety. And so this one's a little different. I like it so much. And the most important thing is that it is safe around my cat. So I got one of these. And this is another fern. So I got 2 ferns, but they're like different varieties. They look slightly different. I know this one has a little bit of browning, but I was okay with that. I know that you can trim like the little browning bits. It's not that serious, but this is another one. Again, safe for cats, so that's the most important thing for me. I think a lot of the times when I go to these nurseries or when I go to pick up plants, I can't get like majority of them because they are toxic to cats. So being able to find something that's safe is fantastic. And it's got my hair again, but look how pretty. Fingers crossed for these 2. Got an update to the kitchen finally after so long. Here it is. There she is. It's a new lighting fixture. Oh my gosh, I love this lighting fixture so much, but just to preface, there was a lighting fixture. I don't know if I have a photo of it. I'll put a photo over the screen if I do, but there was a lighting fixture in here that just wasn't cutting it. Looking at this carpet, I realized how much texture was missing from this kitchen. Everything else is quite simple. Sorry for the mess over there. I'm doing like a photo shoot right now, but it's quite simple. Everything is gray and white and gray and white and gray and white, and so I wanted to add texture. So when I got this carpet from World Market, I decided to also get the fixture from World Market, which, as you can see, it has texture. It's like a basket, that boho vibe, which matches very closely to the texture over here. It's like basket woven kind of texture, very boho. I really like the fact that this matches the lighting fixture. The lighting fixture also has like black trim on it, which go with the handles in here. As you know, I'm also working on, excuse the mess, I'm also working on fixing the backsplash. Ooh, look at my finger. Ooh, weird. That project we've been, I'm not gonna lie, been really lazy about because it's time consuming, but we'll do that eventually. You'll see it eventually. And yeah, that's the latest purchase. Let me know what you think about it. I know that's not looking good. We'll fix it. Actually, now that I'm in the kitchen, I have another kitchen update for you. I can't believe I forgot this. Look at this. Okay, so before this was there was absolutely nothing. This was something, when we first looked at the house, we knew that we needed to address, because just imagine nothing being there, just having a random gap. And the reason why we didn't move the fridge closer this way was because of a cord situation behind the fridge. And we thought that it would be a perfect spot for a pantry, as you can see, so that I can put in my spice jars, because before it was in here. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm a short fella. I'm a short person, so this was just not working for me practically when I was cooking, having to tiptoe and use a stool just to get my spices. So we got this pantry, which, oh my gosh, it's not really a pantry, it's more of like a narrow bookshelf, but it took so long to get it because it was so hard to find anything that can fit in such a small space. But I think it looks good. I think it matches with everything, and I think once I fill it up more, it will look a lot less awkward because I know it looks a little awkward right now. But look at my gorgeous spice jars. They're so pretty. I have some more jars coming, so this will definitely get filled up by the next vlog. Oh my gosh, somebody was at my door just as I was recording. Let's go see. Yes, it is Amazon. This might be the jars that I was just talking about. Ugh, doing this with one hand is hard. What are the odds that something came in the mail as soon as I was talking to you? And if it does end up being the jars, that is just such a coincidence. And if it's not, then this is gonna be really awkward to show you what I don't know what's in this box. You never know. It could have been something Ian ordered, you know what I'm saying? Sorry for the lighting, it just looks, oh, a box within a box. All right, take 2, another box. Yes, yes, it is. It is the box of jars. Okay, so these come with labels, which I'm not going to be using. As you know, I make my own labels. I don't make my own labels, but I DIY my labels using a different style. But here they are. Look at this. Look at this. This is cute, right? Don't they look exactly like the spice jars? I'll go grab one. This is the spice jar that I have on my pantry right now. And then this is the jar that I just got. They look like little family members. I think it's perfect. Let's test the jar and make sure. Yeah, very tight. Perfect. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do with these jars. I'm going to be putting rice, grains, pasta, those kinds of things, and then I'm going to use the same exact kinds of labels. I think it's fine if I use a small one. I hope. We'll see. We'll see. And then I'm just gonna plop them onto that pantry over there. Can you actually see the pantry from here? I'm gonna plop them into that pantry, and then it'll look a lot more decorative. It'll look a lot more aesthetic. Because it's an open pantry, I wanted to have like nice decorative pieces in there, so I think it's perfect. I think it's gonna look so good. I think I might actually fill this up right now just to see what it looks like. The girl got a big bag of rice, brown rice. So let's fill this up. Oh, I should actually clean this, shouldn't I? I should clean these jars and then fill it up. I'm gonna wash this one, dry it, and then put the rice in. Hold on, I'm back. I have washed and dried this jar, and I'm going to fill it up with rice now. I'm excited. Let me know if you're also excited about these absolute mundane things, but this is what it looks like. How exciting is that? That just looks so pretty. I'm gonna put it on the shelf right now, but of course, I said I'm going to be putting labels on these, and it came in a box of 6, so I have plenty more. All right, I know what y'all are after. I know what you guys wanna see. I talk really quiet when I'm outside, but here it is. Oh my gosh, can you believe? I've been sharing clips of my garden for like some time on my Instagram, but this is the first in a really long time that I've shown you in the vlog, and let me just show you what's going on in here. So first of all, Ian was in charge of this little citronella plant, and as you can see, he's not doing so hot, so he put it over here in hopes that it would succeed like my plants, but I don't know, questionable. Over here we have our bed of peppers. So on this side we have red bell pepper, over here we have green bell pepper, and over here we have poblanos. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, how cool is that? There's so many of them. I think last I checked there's like well over 30 of them on this pepper plant, and there's plenty more flowers. Now my bell peppers aren't having such luck. There are some teeny little babies, which is super exciting, but that's pretty much it. They're not large. I think bell peppers just take longer, so there's tiny ones there. There's some flowers on the red one. No actual peppers just yet, but that's okay. Moving to the back. Tomato plant. We have 2 tomatoes. I don't know if you can even tell that there's 2, but on the left side is beefsteak. On the left side is heirloom. On the right side is beefsteak. Just tomatoes plopping up everywhere. We have this branch on the floor that has tomatoes, and I don't want to move it, so it's just sitting on the floor. Look at that one. That one's huge. We have some here. The stars are in the middle. They're hiding. The heirloom has like a lot of flowers, and it's doing alright, but it doesn't have that much fruit as much as the beefsteak. Look at these. Isn't that not one of the most beautiful tomatoes you've ever seen? Sorry for the shaking. There's actual mosquitoes trying to devour me. Alright, moving on. Look at this. This is all sweet potato. I've heard that you prune them when the leaves start to get yellow at the end, and as you can see, they're not yellow whatsoever, so we need some more time on that. Alright, back around, we have butternut squash, we have cucumbers, and then we have onions. So let me show you some cucumbers I found recently. There's one cucumber. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Another cucumber, massive cucumber. I wonder if it's ready to pick. If you want to see what a baby one looks like, there's one right there. These large leaves are from the squash. Squash growing out of that flower extends from all the way over there down to over here, all up and above. It's just massive. It's just so huge. Take a look at that fella. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Huge. It's ginormous. That is the current status of my garden right now. An absolute nightmare in terms of how jungle-like it has become. But we're getting produce, we're getting veggies. I'm so excited. I kind of wanted to sit outside and chat with you a little bit about backyard plants. And first of all, just disclaimer as to why I'm talking so quietly. I feel like I'm super conscious when I'm sitting outside, just in my surroundings, and in case there's like any neighbors or anything like that. That must be like the apartment life in me, where I just don't want to inconvenience anybody else if they're sitting around and they can hear me. But maybe I'll grow out of that. Backyard plans. So for now, I don't have any like secure plans because it's not really in the budget right now. We're planning on working on it next year and just have like a landscaper come and do the work for us, because it's going to be really hard for us to do it by ourselves. The floor is uneven, it's patchy, there's just 100% grass back here, there's hardly any concrete, and we want to get concrete down so that we can put like seating. Oh my gosh, the amount of mosquitoes out here, seriously. I'm gonna do this really quickly so that I don't get mauled by mosquitoes. Essentially, our backyard is like a big rectangle and it's just all grass. So we also have two trees, like two full-blown trees in the backyard as well. So what I'm thinking of doing is having it split in half, and the back half, which is the half that's furthest from the house, is going to be like my garden area. So right now, as you can see, there's a corner where I have my garden, my current garden, but next year I'm going to expand it. I'm actually going to be getting a greenhouse, which is super exciting, and I can't believe I'm actually going to be doing that. But I'm going to be getting a greenhouse. I'm going to be putting it in the back, like I said, and then along the back I'm going to do several raised beds, and I'm going to do it differently because, as you can see right now, my raised beds are close together, and so it's hard for me to walk around them. So next time, instead of doing them this way and next to each other, I'm going to do them this way and a little bit further away from each other so that I can walk in between the beds. And so there's going to be several of them along the back, and then there's going to be a spot dedicated for the greenhouse, and it's just going to be like full-blown gardening, Sarah. It's just going to be lots of gardening, lots of produce. I want to be able to get my produce, my veggies and my fruits 100%, not 100% because I can't grow all fruits, but 99% of them to be coming from my own garden, from me gardening myself. I'm definitely going to set that as like a really, really strict goal for myself next year when we do the backyard. And so that's the only part I have right now. I think the part that is the trickiest for me is figuring out the concrete part, and where exactly I want to put it. I might have it very close to our deck, which is what I'm sitting on right now, and then just have the concrete be like a rectangular slab so that I can put like chairs and seating and stuff like that, and maybe a canopy, maybe some fairy lights. I don't know. I have no idea about that part right now, but I do know that there will be a greenhouse, there will be a garden, and I'm just gonna live my gardening dreams. And of course, I'm gonna keep you updated on that, but that's what I've got so far.